It's Morbin time. What is up,
Morbin
everybody?
time.
It's Spookrag here. Welcome to the stream today. Hello, pretty cat. How you doing? How goes?
That's the image you chose?
Yeah, man, that's how I feel today.
Yeah.
Fuck you both. Welcome. It was gonna be Final Fantasy, but I don't exist today. Brain is gone. That shit died again in theaters. Oh, I know. And it's absolutely hilarious that it flopped twice.
We need to meme it even harder now.
Exactly. I want that sequel where he actually says it's Morbin time.
It is the best worst movie.
It is. It's I haven't even seen it yet, actually. And like, I do plan to watch it, but spending the least amount of money as possible.
Yeah.
Or you respectfully gaslit Sony to the point they thought they could make a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know we really did gaslight Sony though. Like that's really funny.
Yeah.
So, hope
It's
everyone's
really good.
hope everyone's doing well today. Yeah, like I said, the original plan was to get back to Final Fantasy, but today is just really scuffed, and I just couldn't do it today. Basically, just weird work day. Metal Gear Rising was right about the power of memes. It was, and that game has stayed relevant through the power of memes, and also just the fact that it's a 10 out of 10 game. But
Yeah.
through the power of memes, it keeps just getting popular again and again and again and again. And honestly, that's fantastic. What's I'm gonna do for a year now? Going on 2 years? Oh, I know. We will get to it. But, basically, long story short, work scuffed. Store down the road from my store closed. So we got double the customers with half the staff. Which was very fun. So I'm a bit tired, putting it lightly. But I'm not here to complain about work. But that's just the reason why there's no game today. Because I don't have the mental capacity. What else is powerful? Please enlighten me. Tell me.
Morbin.
The power of Morbius? The Mets?
The Mets, baby! That's all I know from the meme, just, the Mets, baby!
Fair enough. Oh, I forgot to turn on my light. There we go. Didn't make a difference on stream, but it'll make a difference in my tracking. No, this is a really scuffed background now that I look at it more. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind it.
I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So, could be a
Famous
short
ever
stream.
what?
Could go right up until movie night. I honestly don't know. It really just depends how we feel today. But I didn't want to not stream, especially after I was away for 2 weeks a couple weeks ago. I don't want to do that again. And I know that I probably won't be here tomorrow or a couple of days this upcoming week. Although Thursday we will be here 100% with Summer Games Fest. I'm very excited. As well as the 12th, which is Sunday, next Sunday, with the Microsoft Bethesda Showcase. I'm not? Oh? Oh no, I mean, Sony's already, like, started off Summer Games Fest really strong the other day. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff that could get shown. Like, what do we already get? We got release date for Callisto Protocol, which is conveniently back-to-back with the Dead Space remake. Resident Evil 4 remake looks absolutely incredible. That already has a release date. Final Fantasy 16, we got a release window and gameplay for. That looks absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy. It's Yoshi P directing it, so it looks really good.
Yeah.
And Sony's loosening up their grip on their own IPs even more, and Spider-Man is coming to PC this August. Games are meaningless if the companies continue to be as ass as they've been. Understandable. Fully agree. But a lot, like, not ever, obviously, like, there's exceptions here and there, but, like, so far, a lot of the studios are actually, like, doing good. I'd say the biggest offenders right now are Ubisoft, EA, Bethesda, and Blizzard. Activision Blizzard are the absolute worst ones at the moment, but there are quite a few developers who are actually doing a good job. I'm not saying they're perfect, but yeah. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and, like, defend million-dollar corporations and say, no, they can't do any wrong. Oh, yeah, and also Nintendo. Nintendo's kind of fucked. Are you on Sony a momento? Oh, I'm not saying Sony's perfect either. I don't agree with a lot of their business decisions. The current thing with the fees to upgrade your PlayStation Plus subscription to the new model is absurd. And, oh, no, don't worry, it's a bug, but, like, also it shouldn't have happened in the first place. Not just that. No, I know not just that. I'm saying that's, like, one of the most recent controversies with Sony. Like, the fact you actually have to sign on weekly, yeah. No, I agree. I hate DRM. DRM is very stupid. That's been an issue with...
What? I haven't heard about that.
That's been an issue with a lot of, like, console stuff the last few years. That was a big thing with, I believe, Xbox as well recently, too. That just popped up where their servers went down and nobody could play any of their games because DRM. I'm not saying that's good. That's a very bad thing, and that's something that needs to just not exist. Like, I'm not gonna defend that in any way, shape, or form. If you buy the game, you should be able to just play it. Yeah, no, if you upgrade your PlayStation Plus, you do need to sign on weekly. Otherwise, like, yeah. Which is very dumb because...
ridiculous.
It's very stupid. There's a lot of issues with it. That's why I'm not getting PlayStation Plus. Like, I'm not gonna currently support their current model with it. At the same time, though, I have very few interests outside of video games. Like, video game streaming, music, and anime. Those are my biggest ones. So, you know, I will still buy games. I'm just a little bit more particular about what I buy, what companies I buy. Like, I still have a PlayStation because Sony is not... I know you're not trying to shame me. I know, like, don't take me, like, throwing out my opinion as trying to, like, be all defensive. Like, this is a just chatting stream. I'm just going along with the topic. Because if I lose track of where I am in a conversation, I'm gone.
Same.
But, yeah, no, like, I'm still gonna, like, buy games that come out. More along the lines of my excitements. Like, that's the thing, like, it's not like I mean, I guess it is get excited for new product. Buy new product, then get excited for next product. But there are a lot of games that I do genuinely love that could very well get sequels or spin-offs announced this year. There's been, like, the rumor mill comes along every year, and a lot of the time it leads to disappointment. And I've learned to, like, temper my expectations, but that doesn't mean I'm not really hyped to see what could get announced, what we could get updates on. You know, like, I always get excited for these, not because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the best game ever, but just because, again, video games is one of the few, like, big interests that I have. State of Play has good games. Pokemon Scarlet Violet looked interesting, and then we have Sonic Frontier. Sonic Frontier, I don't know what they're doing with it. Like, I watched Critical's video on it last night, where he was basically like, oh yeah, no, I thought this was coming out in late 2023 or 2024, and I was like, oh, they have time to improve on it. The game's coming out this, like, December, and it looks like a tech demo right now. I watched the trailer the other day, on stream, and I wasn't, like, super focused on it. I was like, oh yeah, no, it looks nice. But, like, watching it again, like, I was like, oh, visually this looks pretty cool, you know, open world Sonic, very pog. But, like, actually sitting down and watching it and paying attention, not rushing to get stream stuff set up last minute, it doesn't look good. Visually, yeah, no, it looks okay, but it also looks like they just dropped Sonic into, like, a Unity asset flip. Sonic Team hasn't made a good 3D Sonic game in, like, ever. It's, yeah, no, they're very few and far between. Generations was incredible. Hot take, I fucking loved Sonic Unleashed. But I was also a child when it came out, so it could very well just be nostalgia, but I did really like it. But Generations is the last good 3D Sonic game that I played. Each game has been okay, mediocre, or why did you bother? Yeah. Generations is probably, like, one of the best Sonic games, like, period. But, yeah, most of them are very... Why? I can't say that. Colors, the original version of Colors was fantastic, too. Yeah. Like, that's one thing I can say about Sonic, is, like, when a Sonic game hits, it hits. But when it's bad, it's god-awful, and there's no reason why it should exist. The worst thing about Frontier, like the absolute worst? Please. The fuck is that music? Yeah. Like, it sounds like they're trying to make it like a really grand scale type thing, but again, it doesn't look interesting enough at the moment to have that as an excuse anyway. Even the bad Sonic games had good music, yeah. I don't know, like, I'm gonna wait to see, like, what happens when it does release. I think it's gonna get delayed again, honestly. And with what we saw, I sure do hope it does. But, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for it. It should, it definitely should. Like I said, it looks like a tech demo. For at least, yeah. Like I said, I would have thought that it'd be coming out, like, late next year, maybe.
It reminds me of, like, when Halo Infinite was first shown off, and people were like, you really need to delay this.
Especially since you're releasing it near Pokemon. Yeah, no, it's going to get just buried in sales, and it's not even good. So no, or I can't say it's not even good. Like, we haven't actually gotten our hands on it, but it doesn't look like it's going to be good. Now, if we're talking about holiday releases this year, Callisto Protocol looks fucking nuts. I can't wait. Callisto Protocol is absolutely going to be a day one stream. So is the Dead Space remake. So is Madison coming out early July. I'll be here day one with that. Very excited. I've been waiting a long time for Madison. Can I just say, you can. Give me Rift Apart on PC. Dude, fair. Rift Apart is very good. I didn't finish it. I'm actually planning to restart it on stream at some point. But it's a fantastic Ratchet & Clank game. And I do hope that Sony does bring it to PC. But first, Sony, give me Bloodborne on PC! There is no reason why we shouldn't have Bloodborne already. Because it fucking deserves no Bloodborne for you. Apparently so! They really did, like, come out at Summer Games Fest and go, and now a fan favorite comes to PC. And they pause for like a good 5-10 seconds, just to show Spider-Man. And I'm not complaining. I'm very glad that Spider-Man is coming to PC. It's an amazing game, and I'm glad that a lot more people who didn't get to play it because they don't own a PlayStation console are going to get to play it. It deserves it. It's a great game. Insomniac went really hard on it. It's so much fun. But also, holy fuck, Bloodborne trends on Twitter every other day. Why have they not ported it over yet? Amusing, ain't it, though? You know, Bloodborne for you get Demon Soul Remake instead. I would also take Demon Souls on PC.
I've never played Demon Souls.
I vividly remember when they first showed the Demon Souls Remake, there was a PC logo there. It said PC, and then they didn't bring it to PC. They changed their minds last minute. Like, fucking give me Demon Souls Remake PC, and give me Bloodborne
Yeah, no, they
PC.
literally they re-uploaded the trailer.
Yeah, they re-uploaded the trailer without the PC watermark, and that was very disappointing. But I'm assuming it's just going to be later on. But either way, holy fuck, give me Bloodborne on PC. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and it deserves so much better than being locked at 30 frames per second on a console that can barely load it half the time. And that's not a joke. The load times on Bloodborne on PS4 are disgusting. Like, upwards of a minute sometimes. Now, if you play it on PS5, there's no, like, 60 frame patch or, like, a big next-gen patch for it. But it is a solid state, so it does load substantially faster. But it's still not quite enough, you know? You'll never see them freed. They will be trapped. Please! Please! I mean, to be fair, being trapped in purgatory really is the plot of Bloodborne anyway, so...
I mean, you have a point.
Like Knight's Journey Dreams for Wii. Fair. Don't mind me if I go quiet for like 10, 20 seconds at a time. I am like eating at the same time. Because, yeah.
He's hitting the big consume.
I currently have an addiction to Nashville hot chicken. There is hope because they freed Sonic Colors. Yeah, wasn't that port like janky as fuck though? Like, I don't actually remember. I didn't play it yet. Play the original. Haven't played the remaster. Shut up, they freed it. Yeah, they freed it, but if the port is a buggy fucking mess, then what's the point? Again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm asking if it was, because I don't actually remember. I might be completely wrong. I fucking hope, goddamn. You know what was surprise freedom? Which game? House of the Dead? Yeah! I still haven't gotten the House of the Dead remake, but I really do want to. It is on Steam, yeah? Yeah, House of the Dead remake. It's $30 though. It's a bit of a wait to get it, but eventually. Game was trapped on the Sega Saturn, yeah. No, I'm glad that House of the Dead of all games got a remake, because yes. The Sega goddamn Saturn, yeah. Speaking of remakes, nice to release for that Scarlet Dawn, yeah. Speaking of remakes, the Resident Evil 4 remake. One thing that came up with a lot of people, including Felix here in my chat, was, why is this being remade? And give me my 5th House of the Dead game, damn you. on one hand, I agree. Resident Evil 4 is a game that's been ported to literally everything and is already just an absolute 10 out of 10 game. Incredibly influential. And just an absolute classic. So remaking it is kind of weird. But at the same time, one, it just fits in line with like the newer visual style and everything. But also, they've already come out and said, like, after the reveal trailer came out, which, by the way, okay, so after the trailer came out, after we saw that at State of Play the other day, they put out a PlayStation blog post talking a little bit more about it. Jacques, you still here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that trailer that we saw at State of Play is... They've said that it's a teaser for the full trailer that's coming out in the next little while. So possibly Thursday.
For which was this?
Resident Evil 4.
Ah.
This, like, the remake of Resident Evil 4. The trailer that we saw was a teaser, not the full trailer. So, we could be getting more in a couple of days here. But also, 2 has been, like, the same game since I was 17 years old. Also, it's not a one-to-one remake. Is the thing. They are changing the story in this one, too. It's not meant to replace Resident Evil 4. It's meant to be a different take on the game. Which, honestly, I think is how remakes should be. Like,
yeah.
A remake should not really set out to replace the original. It should set out to be a new experience, both for new and old fans.
I agree with that.
Like, as much as I love the remakes of Shadow of the Colossus and Demon's Souls, those are good the way they are because those are old games that had a bit of jank, and the remakes kind of fixed a bit of that jank, modernized them slightly without changing enough to be annoying. Don't know, they should have done better with 3. 3 felt rushed. 3 was not done by the same team that did 2, though. 3 was done by a different team.
That kind of explains it.
Yeah. That wasn't done by the main team that's doing the remake of 4 and that did the remake of 2, which is stupid. A little bit, very. I was very disappointed with I didn't hate Remake 3, but it definitely didn't live up to my expectations. It was a stupid call. Oh, no, it was. It definitely was. Here's the thing that I've also been hearing about Resident Evil 4 Remake that I also read about it. Is that the development for it was going so well that they pushed it up.
Xenoblade 3 be like?
Yeah, no, like, the development was so far along and was going so well that they've, like, made that a top priority to get it finished because it's already basically done. And Resident Evil 4 Remake is being done by the Resident Evil 2 Remake team, not the 3 Remake team.
Good.
So, I have much higher hopes for Remake 4. Plus, also, I think Capcom knows that they need to be careful with this one because it's Resident Evil 4. And
yeah.
If they destroy Resident Evil 4, if they put out a Resident Evil 3 Remake level game, as opposed to something like to the level of 2 Remake, it's going to get torn apart and they're going to lose a lot of goodwill from their fans, especially after they've worked really hard these last few years to, you know,
regain that.
Yeah, to get back some of that goodwill.
Because I think a good chunk of it was also lost in the 3.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. A lot of people were disappointed with 3. I don't think Remake 3 was bad, but, again, it just didn't live up to mine and a lot of other people's expectations. It was just disappointing. Which, disappointing is a lot worse than being a bad game. Like, I still go back and replay Remake 3 and have a good time with it. But, you know, I do think that it should have been released a little bit later and just been done by the same team as 2. But from what I understand, it was being developed alongside Remake 2 by a different dev team. Which is not the main dev team. So
yeah, I really hope they don't mess up.
what still holds the test of time for some fucking reason. Since we're on the topic of Resident Evil, I'm gonna say Resident Evil 1 remake. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Resident Evil 1 remake is just absolutely amazing. I still need to stream it. I just never got around to it. How it do that? By being just a fucking masterpiece is how. Now, that being said, I would not complain if Capcom decided to put out a remake of Resident Evil 1 in the style of, like, the newer games, like 2, 3, and now Remake 4. Like, I wouldn't be upset if they just decided to do a Resident Evil 2 style remake of Resident Evil 1. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And the same for Resident Evil 0. I would love to see a remake of 0 in that style as well, because a remake? Yeah, I do. Yep, 100%. Because again, I don't think the remake should set out to replace the original games. They should set out to be a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one I was going to get to next. I would
Like, what if
also
they just,
fucking love, more than anything, a Code Veronica remake.
What if they just were just like, hey, yeah, you want to remake? We're gonna do exactly that, exactly like what you were saying. Just make something out, like a new experience that new people can enjoy.
Exactly.
That some like slightly differs from the original, so they're two different experiences.
Yeah, like
and then just slap out like full VR version of the first game.
Hey, I would play it.
I know you would, and I would too. And I'm bad with horror.
That's fair. That's fair. Like, as much as I love Resident Evil 1, as much of a classic as it is, and as much as I love the original version of Resident Evil 2, I prefer the Resident Evil 2 remake because I just am not really a fan of tank controls. And that's kind of the point. I don't think anybody, like, particularly loves tank controls. They're clunky, and in horror games that works because it just adds to the tension. You can't move around as much. I know that at one point, way back, it was a limitation of the time. At this point, when games have tank controls, it's a stylistic choice. Or remaster Outbreak games? Yeah. 100%. Like back when Resident Evil 1 and 2 came out, it was just a hardware limitation. Pretty much. Now it's... If you make a game like that has tank controls, you are actively doing that intentionally.
Yeah.
And I'm just personally not a fan of it.
I can understand if you're trying to emulate the style of older games.
Yeah, no, that's, like, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just...
Yeah.
It's a perfectly valid choice, it's just not one that I'm particularly big on. Hence why I think...
Outbreak games, the ones that were, like, multiplayer but didn't have any way to communicate, that were mostly made for, like, LAN play?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No, I'd love to see, like a remake of those. Code Veronica, definitely, I'd love to see a remake of. Resident Evil 0, I'd love to see a remake of. The game was very flawed, but had so many good ideas and so much potential that it just couldn't live up to. With, like, the way that they went about it. So I'd love to see a remake of that. Other than just the big HD remaster they did in the style of 1. Because they're more than blockbusters, they always come with scratched up discs. Or wait, no, it wasn't even a remaster, I think... No, I think Resident Evil 0 came out just after the 1 remake. Or, yeah, right around then. So it was, like, the same style. Yeah, dude, it's just blockbusters. Saying that alone takes me way back. God damn. What a nostalgia trip. Thank you. That's what it was. And then when they put up the HD remaster of 1 onto PC, they put 0 along with it. You fucking Billy, yeah. God, no. I do want to stream 0, I do want to stream 1. But I would love to see remakes of them in the new style. Again, not because, the old ones, they need a remake, but, like, it'd be cool to see it from a different perspective, you know? Like a different style of game. A new experience for it. You know what Capcom should go for again? Dino Crisis? For sure.
Yeah.
Dino Crisis would be cool.
That game that was showed off, like...
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I thought that was
Before...
Dino Crisis. I can't remember the name of it,
same.
though.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like Warframe with dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I thought that was gonna be Dino Crisis, but it's just not.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Hoping that during Summer Games Fest next week we see more Pragmata.
Yes.
That's a game that I've been really interested in seeing more of since they showed it off.
It looks so weird and interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. It caught my attention instantly, but we've seen nothing else for it. I think they showed it off a bit too early, is the main thing. Konami needs to die. Konami needs to get bought by... I'm not big on this whole let's buy game studios and monopolize from all these big publishers, but holy fuck, somebody needs to buy Konami. Swear to God. I don't care
Someone
who.
needs to buy Konami.
I do not care.
Ask if Kojima wants to make more Metal Gear. If he does not, then end the series right on the spot.
I don't think he does. I think
yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
I think they had him do 5, and he was like, maybe, and then he fucking did it. I don't think he outright wanted to make 5.
If I remember correctly, he was only partially involved with 5.
Yeah. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, milk for the cornflakes. Hello, Lake.
The cornflakes.
How you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's a pretty laid back stream today because I'm exhausted, but I didn't want to not stream. I'm around. I feel that. I really do feel that today. Konami will never sell. Oh, I know. They're fucking stubborn as shit. The current...
Too obsessed with pachinko parlors.
Yeah. The current Silent Hill rumor mill is stressing me out more than anything. And you might think, well, why, Spook? Don't you always say you want another Silent Hill? Please show Silent Hill. Please, please, please. Yes, but...
Just please show Silent Hill, please, please. I'll sell my
that's how it was last year.
You know?
But the current rumor mill on it is so weird. Yeah, not from the people who are supposedly making it. Yeah, here's the thing. Currently the rumor mill right now is that there are 3 Silent Hill games in development. One of them, supposedly, is an in-house new Silent Hill game. Whether it's being made by Konami or a full just a different Japanese developer, it's being made in-house. Or whatever. Words are hard. A proper Silent Hill sequel being made by a Japanese developer. No guarantee who. No idea what's going on with that. Another one is an episodic Silent Hill game with separated but interconnected stories being made by who knows who. One of the names that came up, if I remember, was Annapurna, which would be pretty cool, but also, Annapurna being the studio that did Outer Wilds, and I believe is also doing Stray. But the one that frustrates me the most is the last rumor, which is the one that has been going on the longest, but has shifted slightly. So, a couple years ago, the rumor was that Bloober Team, who made Layers of Fear, The Observer, which Observer is honestly one of my favorite horror games. It's really fucking cool. They did Blair Witch, and they did The Medium. Layers of Fear, I like Layers of Fear. It was spooky the first time I played through it. Very interesting. I love the the concept of it, where every time you would turn around, you were in just a different place. Layers of Fear 2 was also pretty good in that regard. Observer, fantastic. Blair Witch, Blair Witch was okay.
You could customize the dog and pet the dog.
That's the main part.
That's the main part.
That was 10 out of 10. The Medium I wanted to like, and I tried to like it, but both from a gameplay and story perspective, The Medium was not good. The story of the Medium it was very poorly written, and it dealt with a lot of actually really serious topics that not only did it like deal with really serious topics, it didn't handle them well at all. It dealt with very serious topics and seemed to have an attitude of, damn sucks. Yeah, how they portrayed those topics was horrible. Like, it was very poorly done, which makes me very unhappy with the rumor, because when the rumor first came out that they were working on a Silent Hill game, they had said, oh yes, our next project is a really cool one. Shit, guess you're fucked with your problems, time to die? No, bad, very bad. They had struck a deal with Konami for something. The composer of Silent Hill was like, oh, I'm working with Bloober Team on a project, and it's quote unquote the one you've been waiting to hear about. And then they're like, oh yeah, no, we're going to be working on a famous horror IP. So a lot of people are like, oh, so they're making Silent Hill, with all these in place. And I heard that before I had played the Medium, was the thing. And I was like, okay, cool, Bloober Team is going to make a new Silent Hill game. Whatever. Like, could be interesting. Layers of Fear was really cool. Then I played the Medium and saw how they handled those incredibly serious, fucked up topics, and how poorly they did that, and how, actually, fucked up the way they went about it was. And now the rumor is that they're remaking Silent Hill 2. And I've never hoped a Silent Hill rumor was fake more than I do right now. Because Silent Hill 2 is... Give me 2 seconds. Silent Hill 2 is a very important game to me. Silent Hill deals with... Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think I've ever, fully mentioned it on stream, but Silent Hill 2 is a game that's just very important to me. This may sound backwards, considering the topics it dealt with in Silent Hill 2, but Silent Hill 2 is my depression game. Silent Hill 2, of all games, is the game that I go to play when I am in a really, really horrible spot of depression. When I'm having a really fucking bad mental health time, I play Silent Hill 2.
Huh.
Out of all the possible games, given how they treated the Medium, it's concerning. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 deals with some really harsh, fucked up, issues. A lot of psychological issues. I don't want to get too into it, because for anybody who hasn't had the chance to play Silent Hill 2, because it's such a hard game to get a hold of through legitimate means, it's not a game that should be spoiled. You should go into it as unspoiled as possible, you know?
And that's essentially me, by the way.
Yeah, Pyramid Head's birth is a hard... Yeah, no, Pyramid Head's existence is a harsh psychological issue. There is a lot of fucked up story that goes into why Pyramid Head is there in the first place. And hearing that Bloober Team, who dealt with really serious topics in the Medium as poorly as they did, is potentially remaking Silent Hill 2, if they're touching the story in any way, shape, or form, I am anxious as fuck. So, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? Fuck it. Massive spoilers for Silent Hill 2 incoming. I know it's a 20-year-old game at this point, but again, you need to go into it as unspoiled as possible. So, give me 5 minutes here so I can explain why Silent Hill 2 is so fucked up, and why I don't trust Bloober Team with it. So, Shock, the Medium from Bloober Team.
Yeah, I remember watching you play it.
Do you remember what the story in it was?
Nope. It was a long time ago.
There's a lot of really harsh, like fucked up topics that I can't really talk about on stream. Like verbally, I can't like actually bring them up verbally. But here, I'm gonna mute myself on stream. Okay, I'm unmuted now. And the way the game goes about these topics is issues breed issues is basically the philosophy. It looks like it is the way they go about it. Whereas, oh, if you're fucked up and you experience trauma, then you're gonna pass that on to everybody you meet, and there's no way to stop it. Which is
I guess I've given you guys trauma.
Which is a very fucked up, just absolutely tone deaf way to go about it. You know, like, because that's not true at all. Like, if you've been through trauma and you have issues, you can get better. You know, like, you're not gonna ruin everybody else around you. You can get through it, is the thing. But the medium does not talk about it that way. It comes from a very different perspective, a very wrong perspective of, you know, like, trauma is inherent, and if you have trauma, you're going to pass it on to everyone around you, and you're going to be the cause of their trauma, which is fucked up and bad. Now, let's take this into consideration for a moment. Go for it. Silent Hill 2 also deals with some serious topics that it gets into in very dark ways. They want to sympathize with the dude who caused all the trauma because of his trauma. Yeah, that's another thing in it too, is they want you to sympathize with one of the characters who is one of the monsters that you encounter in the game, who is fucked up and doing all this horrible shit because he also dealt with trauma. But also saying that, you know, oh, it was inevitable because you can't fix it. It's very...
That's like if someone was to go blow up, like, a shopping mall or something. It's like, it wasn't my fault, it's because of my trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it uses it as an excuse, as opposed to, you know... It's very bad. Like, it's hard to talk about because of just the way it goes about it. It's not good. Which sucks, because, like I said, I liked Layers of Fear. And I liked Observer. Like I said, Observer is one of my favorite horror games. It's really cool. Yeah, like they don't sympathize with the main characters at all. Video games made them do it? Yeah. Hello, Duck. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Medium was very bad. It made me lose a lot of respect for Luber Team. And it makes me really anxious that they could potentially be touching Silent Hill 2 in any way, shape, or form. Now... The thing about Silent Hill 2, like I said, I'm about to spoil Silent Hill 2 pretty much entirely. So if you haven't played Silent Hill 2 and you plan to, and you don't want any spoilers for it, which is what I recommend if you plan to play it, mute the stream or come back in 5 minutes. I don't know. So with Silent Hill 2, did stream a bit in the cinema. The hardware company when it showed up. I like got home from work and then went live immediately. Sorry.
I've been dealing with flooding all morning.
Again?
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
I am nothing but pain and agony.
God damn it. Like I said, throw the basement, get a new one. Whenever it rains really badly, Shock's basement floods. This has been a recurring thing for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Silent Hill 1 and 3 are basically, like, one story. Silent Hill 1 and 3... 3 is a direct sequel to Silent Hill 1, where basically in the first game there's a cult, and that leads into the events of Silent Hill 3, where you play as the little girl from Silent Hill 1 when she's grown up. Also, it's raining here. I live in an apartment. I'm still close to the floodplain, just a bit above it. Damn. Yeah,
We're not even a floodplain.
Yeah, Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 is its own thing entirely. Silent Hill 2 does not connect to Silent Hill 1 or 3 in anything but name, really. And it also is the... Silent Hill 2 is also the reason why a lot of the later Silent Hill games kind of suck.
No, Doc, we found out yesterday that it was broken.
Oh,
and had to spend $400 on a new one.
Jesus. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 is also kind of the reason why... Not because no one can compare, it's because they keep trying to copy the unique things that made Silent Hill 2 so good. So, the thing about Silent Hill 2 is that as opposed to it's this cult that's causing all the issues in this town, Silent Hill 2's take on Silent Hill is basically that Silent Hill 2 is essentially a purgatory. You know, like when you go to Silent Hill, everything in it, the town and the creatures shift to be like a representation of your own like personal demons, your own internal struggles, and your own sins.
Yeah.
So, the main character of Silent Hill 2, James Sunderland, you can find out a lot of his, like, inner character issues from the monsters alone. You have these, the first monsters you see are, like, these humanoids that walk around, except their heads and arms are, like, this... It's like one mass of flesh, and their hands are, like, wrapped around themselves as, like, a straitjacket. And they have to spit at you to attack you. There are these mannequin things that attack you. Then there's the nurses, which are fucking creepy as shit. I'm not going to go into detail on what each of these monsters represent, but playing the game and seeing them, you can kind of grasp what they're trying to say. So, massive...
Mr. Sunderland is not okay.
Yeah. James Sunderland's fucking issues are very dark. And I'm about to spoil the entire ending and, like, lore... Like, not lore, but, like, the story of Silent Hill 2. So, again...
Oh, the end... I know the ending.
Big warning on that. There's, like, 5 different endings, and none of them are good.
I know the best one.
Which one's that?
You know the one.
That's not specific. Oh, the dog ending.
Yeah.
That one's a joke ending. We're not counting.
I know. But that's the only ending I know of.
So essentially, James Sunderland. So when you start the game, James goes to Silent Hill to find his wife.
Yeah.
He gets a letter from his wife and a picture. You know, like come to
Silent Hill. I'm waiting.
Yeah, like, I'm waiting for you at Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. And James is very confused when he gets this letter because his wife passed away in the hospital several years beforehand. So you play through the game, and his wife is named Mary. Best ending for Silent Hill: Downpour, birthday party for Murphy, still good even though Pyramid Head ruined the cake. Pyramid Head being in Downpour and that Easter egg ending is perfectly fine, but Pyramid Head being an actual monster in Homecoming pisses me off because of the reasons why Pyramid Head exists, which we will get to after.
Because it deals with the person, right?
We'll get to that, because it's very fucked up. So James is like, well, how... he goes to find his wife, Mary. When he's in the town, he meets a woman named Maria, who looks eerily similar to his wife. She's very off-putting when you interact with her.
Mm-hmm.
And like she's not meant to be comfortable to be around. She's very like borderline flirty, and it comes across as evil at times. But that's because she doesn't exist. She is a creation of the town.
Yeah.
The plot of the game, the ending of the game, is that James Sunderland's wife had a terminal illness. And very ambiguously, whether it was an act of mercy or an act of him growing to hate her because he felt that her being sick was taking away his freedom, he kills her.
Oh.
Like I said, it's very fucked up. Pyramid Head existing. Pyramid Head is a creation of James Sunderland, meant to basically be his executioner. Pyramid Head is solely there to act as a visual representation of his guilt and his sins, meant to punish him and kill him for killing his wife.
Henceforth, why it carries around a giant, essentially executioner's blade.
And has this giant weighted metal helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
So he's weighed down by his guilt, and Pyramid Head is meant to punish and basically kill James Sunderland.
I see.
Which is why Pyramid Head is judge, jury, and executioner. Which is why having him in any other Silent Hill media breaks the canon of the franchise entirely.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah. Like I said, Silent Hill 2 gets into some very dark topics. And while you're in Silent Hill, you meet other characters who are in the town with you at the same time.
So these ones are actual people, not
Yeah, you meet other people who are
city.
in Silent Hill at the same time as you, not made by the town, who are there as well. But
their own personal reasons.
They are not experiencing the same Silent Hill that you are experiencing.
I'm guessing everyone has their own Silent Hill.
You're going through... Exactly. That's what it is. So they're going through this town at the same time as you. And you meet them here and there throughout James's journey through the town. But they're experiencing their own personal hell at the same time that you're experiencing yours. But nothing is the same except for 2 brief occasions where you overlap. And their stories, from the things that they say to you and the way that things go, you can get a grasp of what they're going through. Yes, Pyramid Head was created by James to kill James. Yep. Silent Hill, yes. Yeah, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill is that it creates a world based on your own sins, which is a very good concept, and personally, I prefer that to the cult from Silent Hill 1 and 3. But it's not done nearly as well in any of the other games. Downpour was very good, but it was still a little bit bland and didn't do as much as I thought it could have. Yeah, it's using your own personal demons to create a hellscape for you. Yeah, and like I said, Silent Hill 2 is a very important game to me because, like I've said, it is the game that I play when I'm in a bad mental spot. And somehow that game gets me out of it, you know? So, but why though? I don't know. I think it's just because I played it the first time when I was in a really bad spot. And it stuck with me, you know?
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
I don't know. Maybe it's knowing that I don't have it nearly as bad as they do. Who knows? I really don't know what it is about Silent Hill 2 that gets me out of that spot, but something about it does. Like, hell, even the music in the game. If I'm having a bad day, I could just put on the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack, and it relaxes me. Interesting to say the least, yeah. Like, I don't understand it myself, but it is a very important game to me because of that. And hearing that this studio that has shown that they don't deal with topics of mental health and other serious topics that, again, I can't really get into on stream, are potentially remaking this game, with this in-depth and important and detailed of a story with all these issues is worrying. And I like I said, as much as I want more Silent Hill, and I would love to see a remake of Silent Hill 2 that does the game justice, whether that be a one-to-one remake or giving a new experience, I've never wanted a leak to be fake as much as I do right now. Yeah, I'd rather see any other developer at this point remake Silent Hill 2. But only time will tell. I will hold off judgment until the rumors are confirmed or denied, and if they are confirmed, I will hold off judgment until we see what they do with it. But they have proven that they are not competent enough to handle what 2 is about. Like, if they were set to remake Silent Hill 1, sure. Because, yeah, Silent Hill 1 is psychological, but it's not nearly in the same way as Silent Hill 2. Story constructed by Silent Hill 2 is something to make a joke out of, honestly. Yeah. Like, from what I've heard, and I'm not saying this to defend them anyway, because it still isn't a valid reason, from what I understand, Bloober Team is not an American developer. They are, where are they based? Hold on a minute here. Bloober Team. Poland. One thing that I read on like a Twitter thread about it, to like talking about the same things, like why people are frustrated that they could be remaking Silent Hill 2 for the same reasons, is apparently like where they're based, mental health and issues like that are not treated well, and a lot of them are brushed off, and the way they go about it in the game is the way that like where they're based basically treats and handles stuff like that. But that's not a good reason. They should, you know, it's regardless of if that's the case or not, it shouldn't have been handled that way. I'm not saying for sure, because I have no clue. This is what I read on Twitter. So, who knows? But either way, it's not really an excuse. So. Story said about Silent Hill 2 is something to make a joke out of, honestly. Yeah, again, if anything, these can be considered 2 completely different towns with the same names. Exactly. Silent Hill 2 is connected to Silent Hill 1 and 3. Again, only in name. But pretty much all the other Silent Hill games fall into that category of Silent Hill is your own personal hell.
I like that. Like,
yeah.
It being your own personal hell makes it very unique.
Like I said, Silent Hill 1, the whole thing was that it was a cult in this town. And Silent Hill 3 was a direct sequel to 1. And both of those games are fantastic. They are very good. The monsters in Silent Hill 3, and I believe 1 as well, are still representative of the main characters, like, traumas and fears and whatnot. But the town itself is not actively trying to punish them. It is still this cult. But all the other Silent Hill games afterwards took inspiration from Silent Hill 2 instead, turning it into this hellscape, basically, specifically to punish you as an individual for the things that you have done wrong and that you are guilty for. Which is a much more terrifying concept that sadly has not been executed nearly as well by any other game in the series as Silent Hill 2 did. Can you imagine what that exactly means for someone like you or me? Exactly, right? Like, that's what gets you thinking. It's like, if you were in Silent Hill, what would that look like for you? Whereas Silent Hill 1 and 3 don't necessarily get into that nearly as much. Whereas in Silent Hill 2, you can very clearly see, for James Sunderland, it's a quiet, foggy town full of monsters based around his own sins, his perversions, all of his issues, and the things that he is guilty for and that he has done. And again, Pyramid Head existing solely to be James Sunderland's personal judge, jury, and executioner. But then that Konami licensing out Homecoming to a Western developer and them going, oh, Pyramid Head's a popular monster, let's throw him in here for no reason. Again, I don't have an issue with Pyramid Head showing up in the joke ending of Downpour because it's a non-canon joke ending that's literally there to be funny.
Like dog.
Exactly. Like, what is our own personal hells? What would the town of Silent Hill make for us? Exactly. That gets you thinking. That sticks with you after playing Silent Hill 2. But I'm really fucking scared if Bloober Team is remaking it. I'm actually unironically concerned with how that might end up releasing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I can understand that.
Either way, this could all just be rumors that don't end up panning out. Who knows? Exactly. We'll still have the original, and that's, again, leads back into what I was saying earlier on, is that remakes should not set out to replace the original, and you shouldn't treat them as such, because unless it's a stupid decision like Rockstar delisting the original versions of that GTA trilogy, you still have the originals, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I still have Silent Hill 1. I don't have a physical copy of Silent Hill 2 or 3 in their original forms. I have the shitty PS3 HD remaster. Because when I bought it, I was a lot younger and didn't know that was the worst way to play the games. But either way, I do have a digital copy of 2 and 3 on my PC. With the Enhanced Edition mod for 2. So, I'm going to try and get that working up and running soon. I have Silent Hill 4. They released it on GOG. They put out a PC port a couple years ago. You know? Like, I can still go back and play those. Remakes, again, should not set out to replace the original. They should be a new experience. Whether that's a one-to-one remake, or whether it's an altered version of the game, it should set out to be a new experience for players, as opposed to, you have to play this over the original period, you know?
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%.
Like, yeah, no, like, we have the Demon's Souls remake and we have the Shadow of the Colossus remakes, but you might not want to play those. You might want to go back and see how the game originally was, even if it is a basically one-to-one remake. You know, I can still go back and play the original on my PS2 and PS3. Buy GTA Definitive Ultra Mega Remake and Knuckles featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. Plus Alpha. Goddamn. Yeah. Like, that's like the one thing that I'm still, like, positive about. Even if Bloober Team remakes Silent Hill 2, and they fuck it up, which, if they remake it, I see them doing that 100%. I still have the original game, and their remake of it, good or bad as it may end up being, it's not going to damage the original game and my experience with that game for me. Rockstar wanted to go the Capcom route of just adding and adding to the title. Yeah. I'm just helping. No, it's helping. But we got about another week to see what happens with that, you know?
Yep.
I mean, Konami isn't in the Summer Games, are they? Let me check. Let me check who the partners are for Summer Games Fest. Summer Games Fest partners. Summer Games Fest partners. Ah! Huh! Konami is not a partner for Summer Games Fest. But Bloober Team is.
Oh.
Huh. I guess we will find out for sure if that's real or not.
Seems like it.
Yeah, let's see. 2K Activision Atlas is part of Summer Games Fest. That could be very interesting.
Please.
Persona 5 PC, please. Persona 3
I want
PC,
to be able to
please.
stream it. Yeah, that's all I care about.
Bandai Namco, we could potentially see Elden Ring DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom, Coffee Stain.
Yeah.
Ooh. Could see something cool from Coffee Stain. Who knows? Deep Silver, Digital Extremes, EA, Dotemu, Epic, Focus Entertainment, Frost Giant Studios, Humble Games, Very Pog. Yeah, I'm not gonna read out all of them because there is a bit of a list, but yeah. Steam is also part of it, but also they're always part of it. Coffee Stain, Deep Rocks devs, yee.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm thinking 100% we're gonna see something for Deep Rock.
Yeah. Atlas, Bamco, and Bloober Team are, yeah, they're all there. So Atlas, that could be really interesting. Who knows though? Because Atlas is Atlas.
Yeah. Like their last Persona anniversary live stream that they did, they just showed off merch.
Yeah.
Their entire live stream was just merch.
Ugh.
And it was super disappointing. I watched the entire thing, and I was upset.
Yeah, Bamco, Atlas is Sega, yeah. But Atlas is... Sega's listed separately from Atlas, is the thing. So Atlas would be, like, potentially Demon's Souls, but I doubt it, because that would have been probably the PlayStation event. But also Atlas's Persona.
Mm-hmm.
So we could always help on that regard. Bamco is there, so fingers crossed Elden Ring DLC. And Bloober Team is at Summer Games Fest. Not Capcom, but Bloober Team. So
Let's see, Space Marine Sega.
we could end
Is
up...
the new Space Marine being published by Sega?
Space Marine 2. Space Marine is being done by Focus.
Oh, okay.
And Focus is at Summer Games Fest.
Yes, please show us some new gameplay.
So we very well could.
Oh! Haha! Saribot.
Lol.
Lamau.
Oh, from the block list. Yeah, okay, so that means that was a...
Hey, Saribot's working.
Hell yes, dude. Sari is the fucking... God. I can't think of the word. Either way, like, top mod. Thank you, Sari. Space Marine 2's main enemy is fucking Tyranids. Yeah, dude, I know. I'm so hyped for Space Marines. I only finally just got to play through Space Marine 1 a few months ago. Cannot wait for Space Marine 2. Also, can't wait for fucking Alan Wake 2. That's next summer, so goddamn. It is time. Is it time? Time for what?
It's 4:33 p.m.
33 p.m. Is it time? No, I don't think so.
It's always time.
Bitch about Capcom, Konami, etc. Yeah. Talking a lot about Silent Hill 2. Let's go after the big boy. Uh-oh. Let's go after Nintendo. Nintendo fucking pisses me off. Like, a lot.
As long as Nintendo doesn't do anything bad with Xenoblade, which they won't because, like, they've never done anything like that for Xenoblade, except for only putting X on the Wii U.
Shocks. Every stupid shit they've been doing lately. Nintendo, don't get me started on them. Yeah, like... We just went through a really rough conversation about Silent Hill 2 and how fucked up that is. I don't want to bitch about Nintendo. I want to lighten the mood a bit, you know? Ugh.
As long as no one messes with my Xenoblade, everything is fine.
But musics? I wish I could play like nostalgic Nintendo music on stream, but sadly, I will get fucking terminated in an instant. Absolutely struck by the fucking might of Zeus.
Xenoblade 3 is canceled? No, it's not.
The light of God will strike my channel from this fucking
It was
website.
finished early and was pushed ahead for
The
instead of a
fucking
September
moment I
release
play
date to a June.
It's gonna end up like Metroid
July.
Prime 4. Fucking Metroid Prime 4 is stuck in development hell, and that's the most depressing thing
No,
ever.
Xenoblade 3's already got a release date.
Yeah, Metroid Prime 4, we saw a title card, and that's been it. Metroid Prime 4... It's gonna... Bayonetta 3 has a release date, too!
Yeah.
They showed Bayo 3 at the last fucking Nintendo Direct. Bayo 3 is coming out this year.
No, they're not. It's Monolith Soft.
They're lying.
Monolith
They're
Soft
lying to you. It's
does
not
not
coming
lie.
out. Yeah, no. Last Nintendo Direct, they showed off Bayonetta 3 again with full gameplay and announced that it's coming out this year. Meaning I need to stream Bayo 1 and 2 soon, too.
Yep.
Nintendo wants to spite you. They do, but that's not the point.
They will not, because I will not let them. So, then I will travel to get it. You do not understand.
Shigeru Miyamoto will smite thine channel the instant Nintendo music is detected. Exactly. I think I could get away with, like, Banjo-Kazooie because that's Rare and Microsoft now, not Nintendo. But I still don't even want to take the chance on that. He really do need to calm the... So, well, yes, off the top of my head, very quickly, I did announce it, like, next week. I didn't talk about it next week. But, got a few things in the works. Specifically, I got 3 videos coming. 2 of them are edited, and one of them is in editing. The 2 videos that are done need to just be rendered, but I'm waiting on a commission from our boy Trish, and then I'll get those out. No idea when that's going to be. I'm not particularly in a rush for it. It's just when it gets done.
Coming when it's ready.
Exactly. Coming when it's ready.
Unfortunately, Cyberpunk was not coming when it was ready.
The fan-made content is free advertisement. Exactly. Yeah, Cyberpunk didn't come when it was ready. It came way early. But whatever.
Because they got death threats.
You know, the thing I'm waiting on will come when it's ready, meaning when that comes, videos will be coming. Everything else is set up for it. Got a couple of videos in the works. Best of Spook Rag Part 1 is edited and ready to go. Another video that I don't want to, like, reveal yet is edited, really funny, ready to go. Just needs one more thing. And another one we recorded last night. So I'm planning to leech you through to a damn post or something soon. I know! The other one we recorded last night, very impromptu. It was like, yeah, let's just do this. And, yeah, that needs to get edited now. But
turned out fantastic.
It turned out fantastic, even if it was very, like, last minute. Like, hey, let's just do this tomorrow. So, you know. But either way, it turned out fantastic. Can't wait to see that edited and uploaded. But that's going to be a little bit. And then also, like I said the other day, I got a brand new phone, which has a fucking incredible camera on it, meaning we can actually start recording Cooking with Spook Rag and Spook Rag and Friends. We can actually get IRL videos recorded and uploaded soon. I actually have... I have what I want for the first episode of Spook Rag and Friends planned, and by planned I mean I know what I want it to be, and I know how to get it going. It's just setting it up is a process, and I'm not good at that. But we'll get there eventually. I have a few other ideas already. Cooking with Spook Rag. Yeah, Cooking with Spook. That was the thing that was requested like before I was even a ghost. People were asking me to do cooking streams, and I said I can't do it for stream, but that I would attempt to do videos, and we haven't gotten to do videos yet, but now I can actually start recording them because I have a phone that has a lot of storage space and can record in just absurd resolutions. I'm not going to record in those absurd resolutions. Straighten that spine? Okay. I'm not going to record in said absurd resolutions, but I can record in 1920 by 1080, 60 frames on my phone, and I have a lot of storage space to be able to record and send it over to my computer to edit and upload. Have a video planned. Take a swig with the lads? Alright. Have like almost no water left. Have to go refill that soon.
Kinda cringe.
Kinda cringe, but oh well. But yeah, no. Videos on YouTube are coming as well. I'm debating if I want to premiere them here on Twitch or if I want to just set up like the premiere thing on YouTube for them. The only issue is that if I put them on Twitch first, if I show them on stream first, they count as part of like Twitch's exclusivity thing, meaning I can't upload them to YouTube for 24 hours after I've shown them on Twitch the first time.
Yeah.
What you can do, yeah. So really, it just all depends on what everybody else says. Like, I'm down for either. If y'all want to see them premiere here on Twitch and then like at the beginning or end of a stream and then I put them on YouTube the next day, I can do that. Or I can just do the like premiere, like the scheduled premiere on YouTube, if that's better for everybody. So, you know, either or.
It's what the people want.
Either way, they'll be on YouTube regardless. It's just, does YouTube wait an extra day, or do I just put it on YouTube to begin with? So we have about an hour and 20 minutes until movie night.
York.
I'm not ready to wrap up stream yet, so we might just end up going until movie night starts. Who knows?
Who knows?
I'm having a good time, though. Thank you for joining me, Chuck.
Yee.
And thank you all for being
I would.
here. I know. That's why I asked you.
I do nothing else with my life.
I feel that. Another thing that we've talked about doing that... You say that and yet here we are. Yeah. A year and a half later. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't do too much in my free time, but also I'm just really bad at communicating and planning. That's the thing. And I'm not like, I don't try and hide that. I'm very upfront about that. I have such severe ADHD, and I'm not trying to use that as an excuse. I've been trying to work on it, and it's been a really rough patch with that for the last while, where I sometimes can't even respond to texts. Let me plan, you just nod your head, sound good. That could very well be the best way to go about it, honestly.
I'm just waiting for you because I think we had everything set up till it's just we need all of us to sit down and test together.
Yeah, and then
but that's the problem of getting everyone together.
Yeah. Now we have a snag.
Especially with the raccoon.
Yeah. A new snag? Oh. My laptop? Oh no. Can't handle all of it? Oh, fuck. That is a bit of a snag. Uh-oh. But luckily, I have this new desktop. Very nice. Very nice. So then we can start planning. There's another snag. Is it us being all incoherent and unable to plan?
I think he means another new snag.
Ah.
That's nothing new.
That's true. I was gonna say, yeah. There's another thing that we had talked about before, doing before, for a stream, which, again, no idea when it's gonna happen, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it happen. Who will have yet to hook any of it up because the place it is going to is not ready for such actions. We don't know who's going to be part of it, but at some point in the future, I do want to start doing a D&D campaign on stream. It's been sitting in a box. Yeah. For about 3... Ooh. Yeah. I'm currently running a campaign for a big group of, like, friends IRL. So it's 8 players right now, and we're, like, halfway through, and it's been going for about a year. So it could very well be another year plus before we finish this campaign. Is there room in this campaign? Maybe. Again, I don't know who's joining it. I do have people already who want to join for it. And I'm only going to have at most 4 players. Because it gets
8
really
players
hectic.
is chaotic.
Right now I know that Trash and Shock are going to be part of it. And I'm not quite sure who else. I think I also told Trey that she could be part of it already as well. Again,
And you also know for a fact if it's anything D&D, Kelsey will also be like,
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Like, I could also very well run the same campaign for multiple groups, which is what I plan to do going forward. This is my first 5th edition campaign ever. I'm running Tomb of Annihilation, and it is absurdly chaotic and all over the place, both with actually playing the game and how long things take with this many players, and also just planning. Like, when we started the campaign, we were playing every other week, and that's why movie nights are every other Saturday, because it's supposed to be rotating between D&D and movie nights. I'm a complete noob, just saying. Yeah, like, I'm very experienced with 2nd edition, because I played that, like, growing up. 5th edition is completely backwards for me. So it's very jarring to try and learn, but I'm having fun with it. That's the main thing. I think everybody playing the campaign is having a good time.
yep.
But again, just try to get the hang of it all. For 8 players with a module is nuts. And I feel like I could have learned it a better way, but I'm still having a good time and getting through it.
Yeah.
I have like 4 campaigns that I want to run, a couple of modules, and some homebrew stuff that I have planned. And I don't know which one would end up being on stream is the thing. I have Curse of Strahd, I have Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Spelljammer, which is D&D space and whatnot, comes out.
You already know that's the one.
Possibly.
Anything space sci-fi is
That's
something
game.
that I want to be in.
And you, yeah. That is coming out in the summer, and I already have that ordered. And then I have like one that's just fully homebrew, original ideas and everything. That might end up being the one that gets streamed. I really don't know at this point. It all depends on who wants to join for which campaign. I could run the same campaign for several groups at separate days.
I'm getting a call.
Yeah. That was loud. Or I could just run like 2 different campaigns for 2 different groups simultaneously, you know? Like, I'm not quite 100% sure what the plan is yet with that, but I do know that I want to start doing D&D streams in the future. So it's just getting that set up, seeing who wants to join. D&D over Discord is a chaotic experience as well. So I'm very hesitant about it here and there, you know? Because it's very hard to get people online to focus and not talk over each other. it's hard to do that in person too, but not nearly as difficult as it is online. People outside are very loud, and I don't know why. So, anyway. You know, D&D streams are probably going to be happening. Again, it's just planning, seeing who wants to be in it. Like, I already know that for my next campaign, I have at least 2 groups, like, already ready, and I don't know if either of those are going to get streamed, is the thing. Used to being talked over, so that's fine. That's not how D&D goes, though! Or at least it's not supposed to be. Like, at my table, I want everyone to be able to be heard and give their ideas and opinions on what should be happening in the campaign, what they want to do, see what everybody wants to do before anybody actually takes a full action to see if going in a specific order would be better or what, you know. Like, I want everyone to be able to play the game and have a good time. But the more people that I have, the harder it is, and it's a lot harder online than offline, too. So, again, still figuring out what's going on with all that. And like I said, I don't even know when I'll be finished this campaign, because when we started, like I said, that's why movie nights were alternating over D&D. So it would be D&D, movie night, D&D, movie night. But everyone's schedules right now are so fucked up that it's movie night, movie night, movie night, D&D, maybe, movie night, movie night, movie night, movie night, D&D?
Question mark?
Yeah, like...
Movie night, movie night.
We're going through this campaign at a quarter of the pace that we were going a year ago. And so, again, we're only like halfway through this campaign. So I don't know when it's going to be done. And only after that can I start figuring out what campaign I'm going to be running next exactly, and if I'm doing it online and streaming it, or if I'm not streaming that one. Like, it's a lot of planning that's going into it, and a lot of wanting to get through this campaign. I like, not saying, oh, I want this campaign to be over, because I could just end the campaign at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
But it's definitely taking a bit longer because of scheduling conflicts.
Yeah. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. Like, for anybody who hasn't played or seen or looked through Tomb of Annihilation, there are 5 chapters in the campaign. There is the first chapter where where you go from Baldur's Gate to the island of Chult, where the campaign takes place. You have the starting town. There's a couple of side quests and random encounters there for you to get acquainted with the way the world works, the way the game works, and buy all your gear and stuff. Chapter 2 is where we are right now, where you are going through the jungle, and it's a big...
It's the welcome to the jungle arc, you know?
Yeah, it's a giant hex crawl through the jungle, where every single hex is 1 day of travel, with 3 chances for random encounters in morning, afternoon, night. And it's about 70 hexes plus to get just from the town to where they need to go, and they don't know where it is that they're going to, they just know that they need to get through the jungle. So we're about halfway to 3/4 through the jungle. I've streamlined the process, and they should be at the first 2 dungeons in the campaign in the next 5 or 6 sessions, which is absurd, but I say 5 or 6, maybe more, because this last session we got halfway through 1 combat encounter, and that was it, after 5 hours. So, who knows? But again, that's because there's 8 players. Hope y'all got machetes for cutting through the jungle. They do. They also have a dwarf guide named Hugh Hackenstone, and he is a lad, and I love him.
And a golem.
Oh yeah, and they have a shield golem that they found, which I'm actively trying to kill because I fucking
he hates it. He hates him so much. It is very entertaining.
That's okay though. Chapter 3 is when they get to the ruined city that they've been going towards. There's more puzzles in there. There's other stuff there. Chapter 4 is mini dungeon, which leads to the Tomb of Annihilation itself being Chapter 5. And the Tomb of Annihilation is like a 5-floor dungeon and it's massive, and there's puzzles and traps and monster encounters, and I can see that dungeon taking several months to get through, if I'm being honest.
Especially with our group, yeah.
Especially with this group, but also just the way the dungeon is, it's going to take a long time. And at the end, they fight a Sarek, the Great Lich, the same Lich who's on the cover of the Dungeon Master's Guide. But yeah, no, there is a lot in this campaign.
I really want someone to pull the freaking Stranger to Paradise move, where we go to fight the Lich, he's introducing himself, and someone just sort of jumps up and punches him in the face while he's trying to introduce himself.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, no. So, like I said, I have
can see
like
Gabe doing
4 campaigns that I'm planning to run right now. We got Wild Beyond the Witchlight, we got Curse of Strahd, we have a space homebrew with Spelljammer, and just pure homebrew from start to finish. And I have Strixhaven as well, even, so we could do like a Harry Potter-esque campaign. Like it all depends on what players are in what group for what campaign, which campaign my players want to run, and what campaign people might want to see streamed, or if it doesn't matter, then again, whichever one people want to be part of, and if they want to be on stream or not for it.
Mm-hmm.
It would also potentially be a regular weekly thing, or it could be whenever we have time.
Yeah.
And again, with people's schedules, I don't know. Shut the fuck up right before punching the Lich in the face.
Yeah.
The thing about the Lich is, so I had to deafen shock for a second. The Lich has power word kill, and he also has an amulet that allows him to control a fucking, what the hell is it called?
Aw, you freaking muted me. You deafened me. SMH.
Hang on a minute here. I can't remember the name of it.
SMH.
The hell is it? Trying to remember what the fuck it's called, but basically like this ball of like nothingness that he can control and move around. Shielding shock from spoilers? Absolutely. Give me 2 seconds. I have the campaign book right
Well, you know,
here.
I could also just decide to talk about
You could.
and also so yeah.
That's just loud beeping on my stream though. Where the fuck is this Lich? Oh, there he is. Where the fuck is it?
At least for me, I don't plan to go back and look at the VOD. If I really wanted to know, I could just unmute the video, because I have it on my other monitor.
Sphere
But
of
I'm not
Annihilation.
doing anything.
That's what it's called. Sphere of Annihilation. He can just control a fucking Sphere of Annihilation, and it's fucked. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to, like, not spoil you on the final boss of this campaign.
It's a Lich King.
Yeah, but I don't want you to know what his abilities are.
I mean, it's a Lich King.
No. Chuck, he has a magic item that's fucked.
Imagine if we had like a thief who could use steel on it.
Imagine. I don't think he'd let you get away with that.
I mean, if we had his super strong magic item, I don't think he would get a choice.
His abilities involves hucking bones at his enemies. Hell yeah. No, he's a pretty spooky boss. I am tweaking some things in the campaign from the way the book tells it, because it's makes the players really overpowered and they're already busted. So, you know. Like,
As we've already
have them
died
get
almost
possessed
many
by the
times.
spirits of these 9 gods, which makes them broken and they heal to full health every turn. No.
So we get the
not
Warrior of
happening.
Light treatment.
Yeah, basically. not doing that.
Damn.
I know, I've taken out the 9 gods and I'm replacing their coffins with other fun things. But yeah. Either way, that's what's going on with that. So D&D campaign on stream in the future, just not sure when or what or who. But we'll get to that eventually. I'm gonna take a quick couple minutes and go and get myself some more water. We still got about an hour left on stream tonight.
El agua.
So I'll be right back.
Now that the ghost is gone. What a nerd. Muting me. SMH. Can't believe him. The spook rag. AFK still. Except he's not. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing good. No idea if you can hear me, but...
Okay, now we are back. They decided to leave when I took my fan out of my window and shut it. They waited until the last possible seconds. That's cool. I'm glad they're moving.
Oh, your neighbor's moving?
Oh yeah, no, they're packed, they're gone. They just like came back for a couple more things. We decided to talk right outside my window really loudly for 20 minutes.
Ugh.
But that's okay. See, don't get me wrong. It's not the fact they're outside and talking. I don't care. They're out there. They have the right to be. It's for some reason they're in front of my window, which is not quite on their property.
On their ex property.
Yeah, that's my issue. And then like they saw me take my fan out of my window and close it, and then they left. So that's what my issue was. Just wanna clarify that right now. Like, damn these neighbors talking on their property. How dare no. That's not what it was. Either way, we are back. What were we talking about before? Because I don't remember. D&D we were
Neither do I.
We were talking about D&D, but I think I've already said everything I have to say about D&D streams happening. Not sure when, not sure what campaign, not sure who, but it will be happening in the future. It's just getting to that point, you know? Either way. Very quickly, might as well say this now. For anyone who is not in the Discord server watching the stream right now, we have a Discord. There's the link to it right there in chat. In about 50 minutes at 6 p.m. PST, we are going to be hopping into the voice channel called The Cinema. And it is movie night tonight. We're going to be watching Jackass Forever and Jackass 4.5. 6 p.m. spook time. 6 p.m. Pacific. Now, usually our movie nights are we mute our microphones, we hop into the voice channel, and we all watch a movie, and we have a text channel to talk through, but it's Jackass. It doesn't necessarily need you to hear everything. So we're going to have open mic for tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get to hang out, joke around, watch movies, and have a good time. And then later on in July, we are going to be starting Star Wars and watching all of those chronologically. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Star Wars is a blast.
Because a certain degenerate has never seen Star Wars.
Yes, Kelsey has not seen Star Wars, so we're dragging her through it. Open mic during the Jackass movies? Yup. Open mic for Jackass. You're allowed to talk and joke around about what's happened in the movies. No issue there. Because, again, it's Jackass, it's not a story-driven movie, it's a bunch of people being idiots, and it's really funny, and that's it. So. You can emulate Jackass in Halo. Oh my god. I'm just gonna check something very quickly. That is to see... No, stop playing audio. Do not play audio, Netflix. Fuck off. Okay, the new one is not on, or Forever is not on Netflix, but I have it on Prime anyway. But 4.5 is certainly on Netflix. So yeah, we're gonna be watching Jackass tonight. It's gonna be fun. My name is Spook Rag, and welcome to Jackass. I do think that is the movie night thread name. Thank you, Doc. We will still have the thread there for if you have like memes and whatnot to send during it, but again, you do not need to type in the channel. But we'll have it there for anybody who doesn't want to use open mic. Keep in mind, us saying that open mic is not an obligatory thing. You are more than welcome to mute yourself and just enjoy the movie and type in chat. Okay. So I'm trying to think of like anything else that I wanted to like really go over. I already talked about, yeah, no, IRL videos are coming in the near future. We have the means to record now, and we have ideas for it. I do have one that I might be recording this week with a friend. Thursday, starting at 2:30 PS. No, not 2:30.
2:30.
Not 2:30. Not 2:30. 2:30 is incorrect.
30.
10:30 a.m. June 9th, Thursday, June 9th at 10:30 a.m. I will be going live with Kobold and Shock and quite possibly Gabe to co-stream Summer Games Fest. Which is going to be a lot of fun. We always have a great time with those streams. Open multiplayer Morrowind streams when? No idea. I don't actually own Morrowind on PC. So, eventually. And then also June 12th at 9:30 a.m. we'll be going live again, all of us, with the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase. Also, August 23rd, I will be streaming Gamescom's opening night live. Because I just happen to have that booked off because I'm going to a concert the night before. So I have that day booked off as well. So it works out perfectly. Bethesda Game Showcase, yeah. But also, not just Bethesda, but also Microsoft. Meaning we could see some other really cool stuff that's not just Bethesda. If it were just a Bethesda showcase, I wouldn't care nearly as much, but it's also Microsoft. And Microsoft could be very cool. There's actually a rumor that I'm hoping gets confirmed at the Microsoft showcase. There better be some good content or I will riot. Yeah, no, there is one rumor that could get confirmed and officially announced during the Microsoft showcase that if it does, I'm going to be very hyped for. And the current rumor right now is that they are planning to do a remaster / re-release on PC and Xbox of Gears of War, the same way they did with Master Chief Collection. Which, Gears of War is a game that I've never gotten to play, but I've wanted to for quite a long time. So, I'm hoping. I'm definitely hoping that that ends up being the case. There's a lot of games that I missed out on growing up with PlayStation. Like, I do still prefer PlayStation exclusives over the Xbox exclusives like Halo, but that's not to say I don't appreciate or enjoy them. I just overall personally prefer PlayStation exclusive games. However, both like all the Xbox exclusives are basically on PC now, which is very good because now I can just play those finally without having to buy a whole second console, or technically third if we're counting Nintendo too. But also PlayStation is getting incredibly lenient with their games. And putting them on PC more and more. A bit later than right at launch, but either way, they're coming to PC over time now. Gears of War 3 and 4 and 5, I think the last two were via Game Pass during the free month I've had it. Fair enough. Trash and Shock have told me many, many times that Gears 5 is really fun. And throughout high school, I had a lot of friends who were really big on Gears and loved the first 4 games. First 3 specifically. And it's a series that I've wanted to play.
First 3 Gears are really good.
Yeah.
Story in 4 and 5, honestly, kind of meh. But they play the best.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I definitely do. It is a series, like I said, that I've wanted to play, that I just haven't had the chance to yet. So I'm hoping that rumor gets confirmed this upcoming week at Summer Games Fest, because that'd be very cool to finally get the chance to experience those games that I've heard a lot about and I've heard hyped up so much that I just haven't gotten to play. Like only these last couple years have I finally got to play Halo, because I've just never owned an Xbox. And for the most part, that was not a personal choice. It's just my parents bought me PlayStation growing up. So that's what I was used to.
Crime against humanity. I'm going to be dragging Kelsey through Halo again soon.
Hell yeah.
Because
Like,
she hasn't played them. She's only played like 3 when she was a kid.
yeah. And like, here's the thing. I do want to also say that like, if I could go back and have the opportunity to get Xbox instead, I don't think I would still. For the sole fact that, again, I get to experience those games now. The ones that I didn't get to play before. But also, it just... Like I said, overall, I still prefer the PlayStation exclusives for the most part. Like, God of War and now Bloodborne, Ratchet and Clank, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro when I was a kid. Those were some of my favorite games back then. And there's still games that I love now. And, you know... I don't think that I would enjoy them as much playing them now for the first time as I did back then. Specifically games like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, God of War. I don't think I would have enjoyed those as much now if I hadn't played them back then. Whereas playing Halo now, and hopefully soon Gears, Halo is a fucking blast. You know, like... I don't think it would be the same if it were the opposite way. Personally, for me anyway. Also another game that I'm very glad that I had a PlayStation for. And I fucking hope that one day we get a remaster and re-release of the 3 games, is Ape Escape. Because Ape Escape was the best thing ever.
I've never played Ape Escape.
You're missing out. They were so fun. They were
Well,
so
I've also
so
never
fun.
really had PlayStation.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I do hope they get like a re-release and remaster. Like I know that with the new PlayStation Now thing, they're adding Ape Escape 1 and 2, but they're not Ape Escape 3 yet. And that's disappointing because Ape Escape 3 is the best one. But I do want to get to replay Ape Escape at some point. I'd love to be able to stream Ape Escape. They're so funny. They're so ridiculous. So I'm hoping that one day we get to see that. But yeah, no, I do hope that they announce Gears Remaster Trilogy or whatever at Summer Games Fest. Be really cool to see. I'm hoping that we possibly get to see more Alan Wake 2, but I doubt it. Not because I don't think it's going to come out when they say it's going to come out, but I remember them putting out a statement saying that they would rather wait until the game is almost finished to put together a proper demo than to take time away from development to throw together a demo before they're ready to.
We'll see. Well, no idea when it's actually happening yet, but we'll see. She might just want it to be the two of us, but don't know.
Yeah, that
Although
would be, that would
for
be
a
fully
good
up to
few
Kelsey.
Halo for a good few Halo games, they're only 2-player co-op. It's only 3 that are actually more than 2 players.
Yeah, so like 3 ODST, 4 in Reach. Correct? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I try to remember the
And
release
honestly,
order.
one thing that I would also really like on PC, not even just so I have something else to do, and it's actually a good few other people have said this, like just straight up Halo 5 on PC.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, the story's bad, but you know what? At least the
I'd still like to be able
multiplayer's
to
kind
co-op
of
it
fun.
with
Yeah.
you. Another thing that I was disappointed with Master Chief Collection, which wasn't, I don't know, like it's not the worst thing ever, but it was definitely not advertised well, because they initially advertised it as being a feature, and then it was only at launch that they said, by the way, this feature is only on the console version of the game, which is split screen co-op.
Yeah.
They advertised split screen co-op from announcement to release, and then only when it released were they like, by the way, you can only split screen co-op on console, not PC. And I was very mad because I had Lyle come over, we got controllers all set up, we sat down, booted up Reach, and we couldn't do it, and we were like, what the fuck? And then we looked it up, and it's like, oh yeah, no, this is only on console, by the way. And I'm like, why? Why is it only on console? Why not have split screen on PC? I want to sit here and play with my fucking friends who don't have a computer.
And also, if Halo 5 ended up getting put on PC, then we could actually co-op the game, because Halo 5 doesn't have split screen.
Yeah, like I'd definitely be down to co-op Halo 5 if they ever put it on PC, but I also don't necessarily see that happening.
Yeah.
Oh my, wait, what?
Hmm.
What?
What?
Give me a sec, I'm reading. Oh my fucking god.
Hmm.
Was that yesterday? Sometime, I don't know if you saw this, within the last 24 hours, the full 1.0 release of Space Beast Terror Fright is out.
I literally just saw that.
Space Beast is finally out of early access. The full game is released as of technically yesterday, but like it's out.
We need to play it again.
It still says message from today on my my what's new on Steam here.
Yeah, no, and it's not on the early access thing, is gone on the Steam page as well.
Yep, Space Beast Terror Fright full release. Holy fuck! How long
When
was
are we
that in
playing it
development?
again?
7 fucking years, right?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
Holy shit. That's nuts. Okay, cool. Very, very cool.
So when are we doing it?
I don't know. Whenever Trash and Gabe are down.
I need to torture you guys again.
I'm definitely down to stream Space Beast soon. But again, we need the Raccoon and Gabe.
Yeah.
Also, I just bought 8 games yesterday on sale, which I'm going to be streaming in the near future. The first 3 games solo and the rest of them all co-op. Fucking less than $10 a game. I got every single Far Cry game except for Far Cry 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, Blood Dragon, 4, Primal, 5, and New Dawn. So I'll be streaming all of them co-op that I can, probably with Shock here, maybe a couple of them with Trash. Who knows? Well, it's only 4 and 5 that are co-op, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so whichever one you want to do, I'll do with you, and then I'll do the other one with Trash.
I will always prefer 5.
Then me and you can do 5.
Only for one main fact.
I'm
You can stand on vehicles when they're moving.
Pug. Very pug.
No,
and then at
you don't understand. You won't understand until you play it.
Understand.
That's all I'll say.
And then at some point after that, I'll get 6 and we'll stream 6. Because Far Cry is another series that I've just never gotten to play, and they just went on sale for every game for a grand total of $70 after tax. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Except 6, but 6 isn't on Steam. Yeah. I see it coming to Steam within like the next year or 2, but still.
Six is honestly it's pretty fun.
Far Cry series on Steam for sale. Yeah, every single game in the series is on sale on Steam for dirt cheap. You can get any of them individually. Far Cry 1 is $3, 2 is $3, 3 is $8, Blood Dragon is $5. But you can get the bundle of all of them for $70 after tax. Canadian, 70 Canadian after tax. For all the games except for 6, which 6 is still only on Ubisoft. But yeah. The sale is also only on for another 40 hours and 32 minutes. So if you want to get those, now is the time to grab them. That goes for anyone else. It's really good sale on Far Cry. 8 games for less than $10 a piece. Here, let me see. Calculator. Divided 70 divided by 8. Pardon me? 70 divided by 8. Yeah, less than $9 a game even. Not sure if I have the space. You don't need to install them all at once.
Yeah. No, that's
Not
like
sure if I have the
gigabytes.
space. New Dawn is 20 gigabytes. 5 is 70. 5 is pretty big. Primal is 16. 4 is 35, roughly, give or take. Blood Dragon is 4. 3 is 12 gigabytes. 2 is 4 gigabytes. And 1 is a whopping 4 gigabytes. Again, you don't need to install them all at once.
Dude, I still have the disc version of the original Far Cry 1.
Damn. Don't get me wrong, I also do the thing where I'm like, oh, I don't have space for all these games.
Oh, hell, I'm just gonna listen to this in the background.
Far Cry bundle is $50 US. Still not bad.
1 hour of sounds, occasionally broke by the opening riff.
The opening riff to
Bad to the Bone. I love this video.
Like, it still is a really good deal.
Oh god, there's another one. 1 hour of sounds, occasionally broken by the first 4 notes of Megalovania.
Oh my god.
Will this work? This work.
But yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants to get Far Cry, now's a really good time. They're all really cheap on Steam. Yeah. I said it before the other day, I'm going to say it again. I'm also don't plan to start any new games on stream until I finish the games I'm already currently streaming, which I still have quite a few. And I do also plan to get back to Death Stranding at some point in the near future as well. So that means I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games that I'm streaming right now that I need to finish. Now, a couple of those are very weird to stream, specifically Lego Star Wars, where I'm collabing that with Kobold. And the game itself, I don't know if any of the patches have optimized it, which is why we took a break from it, because it was very badly optimized at points. So I'm hoping that it's fixed now. It's gotten a couple of patches since. Earthbound, I need to be, like, in the mood for, because turn-based. Subnautica, I need to be in the fucking mood for, because it's terrifying.
Spooky ghost, no like water.
You don't like water. 52 USD, but it's close.
El agua.
Yeah, it's still, again, a fantastic price for that many games. No, fuck the ocean. Ocean's scary. I don't like it. What's the other? Pokemon. Pokemon is another one that I was streaming and still haven't gotten back to because Pokemon turn-based. I love Pokemon, but I hate turn-based. Earthbound PK Glock, yeah. I only did one stream of Earthbound, which I don't know why I didn't get back to it sooner, but I did have fun with it the bit that I played. I didn't get very far in it. I do want to get back to Earthbound. The only issue is I don't know if I can afford to renew my Nintendo Online. I don't know if I want to renew my Nintendo Online right now, because, yeah. And that's the only way that I can really play Earthbound at the moment. So, Earthbound might get canceled and restarted later on. PK Deagle. I just genuinely don't know yet. So. I might have to take Earthbound out of my stream list for the time being. But everything else I'll be getting back to. Also, out of that list of games, those 13 games, I'm also not counting Endwalker in those. So technically I have 14 games going. And Endwalker is my current highest priority. Because,
yes!
Yeah. And that was going to be the stream today, but just didn't have the mental capacity to play a game right now. I'm tired. It's been a very long day, but I didn't want to just not stream.
You know what else I've realized we could have had as a background?
Huh.
Just like vibing in Final Fantasy.
Eh.
Just like sit somewhere nice looking and just have that in the background.
Maybe, but then it would time me out.
I mean, not if you look around.
Yeah, but I'm like tabbed out, like watching chat on my computer instead of my phone for once, you know? Do you say cringe to reading chat? How could you?
No. Not being tabbed in.
Oh, okay. Well, you mean either way, same thing.
Still, cringe.
God. This has been a very nice stream. Like, I'm glad that we got to talk about the things we got to talk about. Like, the upcoming games that got announced the other day, the stream coming up in the near future, my stress about Silent Hill, but also how much I love Silent Hill 2 and why. Just, it's been fun today. But we're not quite done yet. We still got a little bit of time to go. I'm trying to unlock my phone now, and it's not wanting to cooperate. There we go. So, I do not know what streams are going to look like the rest of this week and next week outright, or the next couple weeks. It's going to be a little bit hectic for me. I will try to be here tomorrow night, maybe a late night spooky stream. Might finish Outlast 2, who knows? I'm not 100% sure just yet, but we'll figure something out. Yeah, Wednesday I might be live, I'm not sure. I do have plans that day, but it depends on what time those plans are. I'm not quite sure yet. Like I said, Friday, Sunday, I will definitely be here with Summer Games Fest with Kobold and Gabe and Shock, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm not sure about the rest of the days. Streams are very sporadic, and I've said it before on stream, and I know that a lot of people want me to have a set, clear streaming schedule, but I genuinely just can't. Not to say that I don't want to or that I wouldn't stick to it, but the issue is that I just physically do not have the ability to, because streaming is not my main source of income. And until there is a time when I can say confidently that it is my main source of income, I can't have a set streaming schedule, because my main source of income, my normal job, does not have a set work schedule. My schedule changes week to week, and I don't know what it's going to look like, what days I'm going to be off, what hours I'm going to be working until that new schedule comes out. And it's also very hard for me to say, oh, I'm going to stream this time in 2 weeks, because I have bad ADHD, and it's really hard for me to stick to a schedule like that. So I do apologize, and I do also dislike the fact that my streams are always so sporadic, and I'm just suddenly live at a weird time on a day that I don't stream very often. But it's because commitment issues. Oh, absolutely, Radcat, 100% commitment issues. But it's just because I don't know when I'm going to have the time or the mental capacity to go live. I almost didn't stream today, but like I said, I realized that it was just playing a game that I wasn't just in the headspace for. But I still wanted to go live, so which is why I messaged Shock and I'm like, hey, you want to just like hang out in a call and do a just chatting stream with me for a couple hours? And that's why we're here today, because I wanted to stream, I just didn't want to play a game. It's really nice to have that luxury of going, I don't want to play a game today, but I still want to go live and still have people come and hang out. It's really awesome, you know? It's I also like just chatting streams. I don't do them as much as I would like to, because I never know what to talk about. But I always end up having an absolute blast just hanging out and talking about whatever for 2 hours, you know? It's very fun. Radcat, how are you doing today, by the way? I completely didn't even wish I had your courage. My dude, I am the most socially anxious person I know.
Hey, I exist.
That's why I'm a VTuber. That's why I don't show my face. I said that before. Now I actually kind of want to talk about that before.
Boy, no one on here has ever seen my face, and no one ever will.
Fair enough. Like, feels so awkward on stream. Oh, I do too. Do not get me wrong. I have learned to like not focus on like oh my god, words. Jesus. One of the biggest things for me when I was starting to stream was that I don't have like a straight up second monitor. I use my TV as a second monitor. So for the most part, when I don't want to hook that up because it's a pain to get it to stop being a second monitor, I just read chat on my phone. It's also just a lot easier to glance down as opposed to turning my head all the way over. Kinda pog, lol. And
yeah,
on the Twitch app, it shows at the top, it shows the current stream time and how many people are watching, and that stressed me out more than anything until I found out how to turn that off and not pay attention to how many people are watching the stream, and to just have fun, you know?
See, like,
not knowing if there's 1 or 10 or 50 or more people in here is one of the most freeing things on stream. I'd rather not know how many people are watching and just act like I have people here at all times, because typically there are people here at all times.
See, for me, it's more of, if I have no one to talk to, I'm super awkward and don't know what to say, so I just be silent. And then no one comes in.
Yeah,
and
no,
the cycle endlessly repeats.
That's something to work on. And it's something that I do too a lot of the time too, is sometimes I'll sit there and just be quiet for a few minutes and then I feel weird after. The void is hard to talk to. It is. The only reason why, at least for me, that I'm a bit more confident with that is that I've been doing YouTube and streaming on and off since like 2013. You know, like it's never gone like well up until now. But some say he lives under the sea and that he uses his own electricity to power his gaming rig, but we all know him as the shock trooper. Incredible.
Yeah, but
so like the only reason why I'm
like, I'm just a socially awkward mess. That's what I am.
And that's fine. Like, that's the thing. Like, you don't have to be perfect at it. Again, the only reason why I'm not a quiet, shaking mess when I go live is because I've been doing this on and off for like 9 years.
Yeah.
So I have a bit more experience with talking to the void while I'm trying to make content, as opposed to like you, who's only started to try to do streams and stuff in the last year and a half, you know? It takes practice. You would think, oh, it's so easy to stream, but you have to like attempt to be funny and entertaining.
I know, and
times.
I'm none of that. And that's what stresses me out
9 years,
so
yeah.
much. I am none of that. I do not know how to be funny. I do not know how to be entertaining.
It's funny that
all
you
I know
say,
is play game.
It's funny that you say you don't know how to be funny, because you're genuinely really funny a lot of the time.
I don't understand how people find me funny.
Because you're funny. Sorry to say, man.
I am not. I am the exact opposite. I'm cringe.
Oh, you're definitely cringe, but you're still funny. Yeah, no, 9 years. Like, literally, I started trying to do YouTube videos back when, like, shortly after I first started watching Markiplier. And I started watching Markiplier when he was playing, just starting to play Slender the 8 Pages. And like I said, I've been doing it on and off since then. Ow. Oh my god. I just coughed and I got hot sauce for my sandwich. Up in my throat.
See, that's funny. That's comedy.
I'm in pain.
Pain is comedy.
Ow. I'm a ghost. Why do I hurt so bad?
Comedy. That's why you hurt so bad.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, 9 years on and off, and it's just probably from my own lack of commitment at the time. Yeah, I should just do it. I'm sure it'd be fine, but I also hate my voice, which I hear is also... Oh, yeah, no. Everybody that I know hates the sound of their own voice. I despise the sound of my own voice. Being dead hurts? It does. It really does.
I see, in my case, I hate my voice a lot more than a lot of other people, because a lot, like, especially even when I'm at work, I'm mistaken for being a girl. And it's the most painful thing, and all I can do is just try and shrug it off.
Now, I will say, I think when you're at work, that's because you use your customer service voice, which
It's
inherently
just my
for a lot of
voice.
people, you think that, but no. Whenever you're in the customer service mode, because I do it too, you go a lot higher pitched, you know, and you try and sound a lot more presentable and really nice to people, as opposed to when you talk normally, you know. We can make you a model with some big old babs if you want. I don't know if you're talking to me or Shock, but yes.
I wouldn't be alone in stream. There'd always be someone watching.
Oh my
Some filthy degenerate, but...
Dude, you would never be able to get rid of Maid Trooper. Holy shit. that would get redeemed constantly. Oh my god. I'm fucking crying. Holy shit. Oh god. Thank you for that, Red Cat. Okay. Put the LGBTQ tag on your thing, instant 50 followers. Yep. Shock would hit partner before all of us. Oh, wow. I wasn't ready for that.
I'd just be on stream, just be like, I've said before, I am a guy, and then people are just like, even better.
That's very cursed, but yeah, that would definitely happen. Verifying Halo's files, very pog. Oh my god. You'd have to add like the lolly voice redeem.
No. No, that stays in the cursed depths for eternity.
Well. Also, just throwing it out there right now, we have a Gmod mod pack that we made. Pardon me, that we recorded some videos with. And we have one more video that we're going to be recording with some custom mods that are our lad Gabe is making. Skeletor voice redeem for Shock, 100% do it. Radcat wants to hear the lolly voice.
Oh. Can't.
Do it.
Can't.
Do it. Do it.
Can't.
Do it.
It's more of that, it's been so long I've forgotten how, which is a blessing for me.
Do it, Shock. But yeah, no. Gabe is making us some mods for Gmods, very cursed things. And once those... Pulls hood over my eyes. Do it. Once those mods are ready and in the mod pack and we get the video recorded, edited, and uploaded, so when that third video is done, we'll be putting a link to the mod pack in the Discord server. And there'll be like a Nightbot command to pull up the link here in chat for a Gmod mod pack. You can always go through my Steam and find it. It's there on my Steam library or like on my Steam Workshop page. But we'll have the link like officially ready to go once those mods are done and once those videos are done. Gabe makes mods. Not full mods. He's editing one specific mod, but he's making us custom like hardware company stuff. So like me, Shock, Trash, Gabe. Like he's making custom mods of us. Not models, but like something in particular. You'll see when the videos come up on YouTube. Like I said, I'm waiting on that one thing from Trash to be able to start uploading. And then we will, have you seen the VTuber fight game? The what? The what? What do you mean the VTuber fight game? Let me look it up. Please do. You have my attention. We only got about 10 more minutes of stream left, and then we're rolling over to movie night on the Discord. But please, let me know about that. I'm very curious. But, it's called Vrast. Oh my fucking god. Your Vera model. Oh my god, it's on itch. You can upload your own Vroid model into it.
Oh my god. That's cursed.
Fucking insane. That's so scuffed. I would absolutely stream that.
And do it.
I might. I need to figure out how it works, and we also need to figure out how to be able to all play it together. That's so scuffed. I love it. It looks really funny. Wow. Okay. Spook versus Shock for the ultimate title.
He would win. He would win. No, you don't understand. I cannot play fighting games for the life of me.
I play fighting games quite a lot. If I could get custom models in it, that would be amazing.
I will actually get rolled.
That's fine though. Let's hope it's not just VRM. It looks like it's just VRM. Yeah, it's VR models. They need to be uploaded to VRide Hub by the looks of it, yeah. So yeah, no, just VRide models, sadly.
Oof.
Good, I can make VRM models. Yeah. So I don't know if it means specifically VRide, but it needs to be uploaded into VRide Hub. So I don't know.
Well, VRM models are VRoid models.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know how the modeling all works. That's why.
Well, when you export your model in VRoid, it saves as a VRM file.
Okay. Needs to be converted in Unity, which I can do. Ah, okay. You see, what I want to learn how to do is or if it's even possible, is how to port me into Gary's mod as a player model. I think it'd be really fun. As a player model and a ragdoll, you know?
Yeah.
I'd love to learn how to do that if it's possible. Like, I was able to port myself into VR chat, but I also don't play VR chat. I could probably figure that out. If you figure it out, let me know. I don't see it being too difficult, other than just converting it and uploading it. But still. What was I saying? I've like lost track of the old conversation from before. But yeah,
did that old conversation ever really exist?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, like with me like streaming and YouTube on and off for like the last few years. Yeah, no. I said it when I was streaming Resident Evil Village, actually. Is that me being here streaming now is an actual big surprise to me. Like, I'm really glad that we've been able to build up a community, and that is the best thing ever. Like I said, I've been streaming and doing YouTube on and off incoherently for the last few years, and pay Ragcat for a custom Skitaria model to play around with in games like Gmod, but I just blew the last of my money on the Far Cry bundle. Understandable. That Far Cry bundle is not going to be there forever. Radcat Far Cry big bundle on sale on Steam. Just so you know. All the games except for 6 for like less than 80, like less than $10 a game Canadian, so even cheaper US. But yeah, no. I said it when I was playing Resident Evil 8 last year. If I play Far Cry here, so I never played them. Can finally play a Far Cry game because I've never played them before. Same. When the pandemic hit, and my store shut down for like a couple months, I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna start streaming. Again, I'm just gonna give it another shot because I have nothing else to do, and if it doesn't go anywhere, then I'm just not gonna bother with it anymore. So me and Shock booted up Halo and started playing, and we had fun with it, and I kept going, and then within a few months, we started to build up a community, and now we're here. And it's nuts. I've been here for over 2 years, streaming regularly, and having just an absolute blast. Models are a bit pricey, like all the Far Cry's times 3, maybe.
Well, yeah, they're custom-made models, so.
You put a lot of work into them.
Still cheaper than Live 2D models.
Live 2D is fucking nuts, but also looks very complicated to set up.
Yeah.
Like, I can only imagine, like, the trouble that rigging goes, like, that you have to go through to rig them.
You just ask Leaf.
Yeah.
He's the one who does all that rigging.
Live 2D is cheaper than a good VR chat model? Yeah? Damn. I don't know how the pricing and all for it works, is the thing. I thought that Live 2D was the more expensive one.
3 to 5K.
Yeah, no, they get expensive. Live 2D max price I've seen is 2K. Huh.
I've seen way more expensive.
Jesus. You know, models professional high-quality models are fucking absurd. But
They are.
again, if you're good at it, don't do it for free. Charge what you want. Max price in VR chat model is 20. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's I don't think I could ever afford that.
No. That's more money than I've probably made.
Oh, I highly doubt that.
Probably, but still.
Depends on hours worked, yeah. Like, looking at my, like, pay stubs for an entire year, I think that's, like, roughly what I made in an entire year before taxes. It was around, like, 20K. But even that might be pushing it a bit.
Oh, we're like 4 minutes out.
I see that. Which means that we gotta start wrapping up. Which is unfortunate, because I've had a good time. But, like I said, I will do my best to be here tomorrow night. I'm thinking maybe late night spooky stream. Probably charge around $30 an hour, and it takes, if I work fast, 5 to 6 days, working at least 5 hours a day. So 30 times 5 would be 150. Yeah, 750 total. I was getting there slowly.
I can't even do math properly, so I was like, I'll just wait for something.
I got to the first one. I said to do 150 times 5, so yeah, about 750. Yeah. All right, we do gotta get wrapping up though. So, with that, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been a blast. The question now is, who are we going to be raiding tonight? Who's live? Who has gone live recently? We got Kobold playing Celasta, Crown of the Magister, and we have Nar playing Stellaris. It's actually been a little bit since I've gotten to raid Kobold. How long has she been going for? Is she just starting, or has she been around for a little while? About an hour and a half. Kobold's got a long ways to go. And like I said, I haven't gotten to raid Kobold in a while. But I do want to double check. How long has Nar been going for? I do think we are raiding Kobold tonight. Yeah, Nar's been going for a couple hours. I don't know how long Nar's gonna go for. Started her stream with Vampire Survivor. Nice. Because Nar goes for, like, very odd amounts of time. Sometimes he'll stream for, like, 12 hours, and other times he'll be live for, like, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So, I almost typed raid Kobold into Kobold's chat. Something tells me
Kobold.
that wouldn't... I did, and I almost hit enter, and I realized I was in her chat, and that wouldn't have gone well. So with that, thank you for watching.
Really
Hope you all had a good time, because I've had an absolute blast. Thank you again, Shock, for joining me. Actually, before we raid Kobold, I gotta do one thing very quickly. If you're for some reason not following the jellyfish here, go follow the jellyfish, because the jellyfish is an absolute chad.
Nope.
No, I didn't have a good time. Damn, Kelsey, it sucks, I guess.
Ugh.
Rating for shinies. If hang on, let me check here. Yeah, if you are a subscriber to the channel and you have the peak emote, get those ready, because that is at this point the raid emote. So yeah, we're gonna raid Kobold. Thank you for watching, and if you're coming to the server for movie night, we're starting in just a couple of minutes. Watching that one, exactly that one, Shock. Watching Jackass Forever and Jackass 4.5. It's gonna be an open mic movie night. We're gonna have a good time. And like I said, I'll be here tomorrow, possibly finishing Outlast 2, but with something. It'll be in very late evening stream at like 8 p.m. Pacific, give or take. So anyway, I'm done rambling. Have a good one. Goodbye, everybody.